He's bad, bad, oh so bad. Bad to live with you.
I'm back, baby. Back from the dead. I thought we'd start with the 1987 cult classic, Tales from the Quadead Zone. This movie begins with a dedication to the memory of Chester N. Turner Sr. That's actually touching. And then our ears are blessed with this brilliant composition by the writer and director himself, Mr. Turner Jr.
If you like your terror adult and strong, well, come here, you can't go wrong. Dolls will kill, the dead will too. It's all right here to entertain you.
I actually dig the lo-fi sound of this film score. I'm pretty sure it was done on some shitty 80s Casio, maybe the Casio Tone or the Yamaha Porta Sound. According to the DVD commentary, Shirley Jones did all the drawings at the beginning, but I'm having some serious trouble making out what they are. This looks terrible. This DVD looks like it was ripped straight from an old VHS tape, probably because it was. So Shirley plays Bobby's mom. What's that? I can't hear you over all this terrible sound engineering. And guess what? Bobby is a ghost. Also, Bobby and his mom like to communicate via ghost farts. Tales from the Quadead Zone follows the classic horror anthology formula, like Creepshow or Cat's Eye. Bobby's mother reads eerie stories from a mysterious book called Tales from the Quadead Zone. And our first tale of terror is...
This seems
What?
like an interesting story.
I can't hear what she's saying over the music. Hold
The
on.
name of this
Let me
story
use the old
is
Googs. So our first tale is Food for question mark. For the Riddler? Nope, it's Food for question mark. Food for who? I don't know. Okay, a main problem working against this film is the audio. I can't understand anything that's going on. This guy gets everyone's attention by ringing a bell. He lets us know that they are poor, and there are 8 of them, but only enough food for 4. So at the ring of the bell, it's a free-for-all. First come, first serve. Wait, why don't you just cut the sandwiches in half? Everyone would get less, but at least everyone would get to eat. Come on, guy. You are the worst dad ever. July 16th. Yeah? What about it? So the next day, one of the family members loses his shit. He's tired of not eating, and he shows us all he's packing.
This is my boomstick!
He starts unloading round after round into his family. Sorry, I can't show any of this here on this YouTubers. What are these sound effects? Is that a dog barking? I like how this actress is trying not to laugh. And just like that, the family goes back to eating, not caring that they lost 4 of their loved ones by a deranged family member. Problem solved, I guess. Wait a tick. My family had that Kool-Aid pitcher growing up. Were we poor? I do remember eating government cheese, so I guess we were. And that's pretty much it for our first twisted tale of terror. We wrap up with these bizarre title cards. Wait, what? Living high on the hog. I'm guessing Bobby liked the story because he farts all over his mom. What's our next spine-tingling tale?
Ted, on the other
No,
hand,
seriously, I can't hear what she's saying.
working in a factory.
I'm gonna have to look this up again. Okay, so according to the internet, this tale is called The Bros. It centers on a man named Ted who steals his deceased longtime rival brother, Fred's corpse, from a funeral home. Yeah, that was a mouthful. I fucked that up a lot. Anyway, Ted and his friend have broken into a funeral home to retrieve the corpse. I'm starting to notice they recycle the same piece of music over and over again. It's not bad. This movie's sound effects are blowing my fucking mind. Where did they get that? I think I have this exact Halloween tape. Oh man, what is that? Lasagna? I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh man, another jump scare. Who's this guy? Is that a friend? Guy who works there?
Man.
I don't know. Anyway, they manage to get Ted's brother back to the house, and they all celebrate with a bottle of champagne. Why? Finally, this guy asked the question we were all thinking.
Fuck you want a dead body for, man?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna say it. I gotta keep this family friendly for the YouTubers. So the next 10 minutes are Ted expositioning the shit out of this corpse. It goes on, and on, and on. And then after that, we get 10 more minutes of Ted laughing. Yeah, that's funny. So, what's Ted's genius plan of ultimate revenge on his brother? To dress him up like a clown. Yes, a clown, and bury him in the basement. Somehow, the dead brother's spirit returns to his body like a Sierra mist.
Great graphics.
And then we get an epic battle. Brother versus brother. Man versus the living dead. A battle so intense, I'm on the edge of my seat. Myself. Never has there been a fight so engaging, so profound, so seductive. And unfortunately, I can't show you how it is. I gotta pixelate this, or I'll get to read it again. Oh no. All I can say is Ted meets his raker. Raker. You know, he gets killed with a pitchfork. Anyway, let's move to our final segment. Wait, that's it? Yes, the final story involves the storyteller herself, Bobby's mom. Apparently her boyfriend and Bobby's father returns home angry to find her reading to their imaginary dead son. Ah, man, he begins, this is rough. I can't say what's happening here. He's cuddling her. He's cuddling her with loving hugs and kisses. Man, he's bashing her so good with them cuddles. Whew. And she loves him right back with a kitchen knife. Aw. They both share a very long and warm hug. There's a few more ghost farts, and then the cops show up. Or two guys dressed in regular street clothes show up. I guess Chester couldn't afford cop uniforms. I don't know. This final scene with the mother mourning her son is kind of touching. Way to go, movie. And of course, I can't show you the rest because you know why. And there you have it. Tales from the Quadead Zone. Is it a good movie? Well, it does have a cult following, and it falls into that so bad it's good category. Movies like this remind me why I started digging through B-movies in the first place. They're unpredictable. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you find a complete disaster, and sometimes you find something like this. Rough around the edges, but a lot of charm. It's not a movie I'd recommend because it's good. I'd recommend it because it's interesting. You can see someone trying to make the best horror anthology with almost no money. And there's something I can respect about that. Movies like that's what inspired me to make my own B-movie, Deer Man.
Oh my God, it's Deer Man!
Hell, I'm feeling inspired right now to pick up the old camcorder and start filming in my backyard. If you're the kind of person that only watches polished Hollywood horror, you're gonna hate this. But if you enjoy digging through forgotten horror movies and seeing what independent filmmakers could pull off with almost nothing, I think it's worth checking out. It's not a great movie, but it's one I won't forget anytime soon. And honestly, sometimes that's good enough.
He's bad, oh so bad. Bad,